Hoppy Kercheval, 5:55 a.m. How early did you get in that day, by the way?
Probably 3:30.
How long did you do sign-on shift?
I signed on like 7 years.
Not all.
6 days a week for 7 years.
Lightweight.
I know. Couldn't do it now. Now when I wake up at 3:30 is to go to the bathroom. And go back to bed.
Welcome to the 2 o'clock hour, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com on a Wednesday, and I apologize because Stephanie Pauly is our producer, one of the producers of the show, and normally she has everything. We have a thing we call the run sheet, when we have who we're calling and what we're doing and so on. And so, and Stephanie, I don't even know whether you know this. I did the run sheet today, and I put the wrong date on. I put 2025 on it because how many of us in modern day actually write the date out anymore? I mean, you did it when you were in school, you did it back when people wrote checks and whatever. This may have been the first day that I have written the date down, and I was responsible for putting together the sheet. And my co-host, the lovely and talented AB, starts the show by saying January 24th, 2025, because she read it directly off the sheet, and it is indeed the year of our Lord, 2026.
Oh, yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian.
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. I want to start again.
He could.
So I don't have a monitor here, so I really can't see what happens at the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. So at what point do I pop up? When the music starts and Mr. Announcer comes on?
Yeah.
So they see all the little panic things that I do that I'm still in the process of setting up?
Yes. They see you shuffle about uncomfortably. They see you blow the dust off your headphones. They see you put in like 2 cough drops at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I don't do 2 at the same time. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know that. I should probably... Now, these shows are archived, right? So I can go back and watch them.
Yes.
So I could live this show in real time and then go home and, when I say something to Linda like, hey, did you hear when I did this? And I don't watch it. Well, let's get in front of the TV and watch me do it again for 3 straight hours.
Yes, it's archived just like the audio podcast.
Ah, that's right.
And see, this is the thing that gets the NCAA in trouble, when it goes to court here. Is there a clock or not? Greg, we talk about the clock all the time. Mm-hmm. If he began in 2019, the clock should have run out, whether he's played the 4 years or not. And that's part of the argument because some guys go right through the clock, right? TJ Finley, we've mentioned many times on this show. 7th team coming up this year. He's playing for Incarnate Word. He's played 7 seasons at 7 different schools. Now, why hasn't his clock started? Why doesn't he have the 5-year clock? So if you're Aguilar, I get it.
He just bouncing him off the ropes. Somebody save this man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Very nice, very nice. He hit him with everything he didn't want.
Yeah. 10 seconds remaining.
There'll be a direct snap here.
Snap back, it's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws, he's got an open man. Pass top 10, 5, end zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up. And Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
Things aren't always going to be great. And sometimes, you can work really, really hard and it's still not great. You're still not successful. But, if you continue to do it, one way or another, things are going to be work out. You're going to be successful. And it may not be in the world's eyes, but God's made us this way. He's blessed us with so many things, and I think that's one of our attributes that we need to have is we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to work hard, and if it doesn't work out exactly how we want, just keep plugging away because God's got better plans.
Murphy is our producer today. Open Line West Virginia coming up at the bottom of the hour. Nothing but your calls and text at 1-800-765-TALK or text 304-TALK-304. It's Metro News Midday.
Metro News Midday is presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com. Join in by calling 800-765-8255 or text 304-TALK-304. Let's go live to downtown Charleston. Here's Dave Allen.
It's a Wednesday afternoon across the great state of West Virginia. Metro News Midday powered by Salango Law. Visit SalangoLaw.com. Matt Guitar Murphy, Stephanie Pauly, our producers today. Open Line West Virginia coming up. Bottom of the hour, 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. And for those of you that are watching on Metro News Television right now, you're going to think, okay, Dave has completely lost his mind. Because, yes, I'm in costume right now. And the reason I am is because our friends from the West Virginia Lottery, Carrie and Katie, are here. West Virginia Lottery is celebrating their 40th anniversary, and they are turning the clock back to the year that was 1986. Carrie, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. You're killing me over there. You're giving me Howard Stern vibes, which but I like it.
His headphone is tangled in the wig.
Yeah. How many times have I said that?
Well, see, now Katie didn't. Katie's a product of the 90s. We were born in the 70s and raised in the 80s, so I remember 1986 really well.
I do too.
It was a good year.
It was a good year. So here's the deal. They come in and they're going to come in. They're going to talk about some things going on with the West Virginia Lottery, but I did not know they were going to provide costumes. So again, if you're watching on Metro News Television right now, if you're not, we'll post some pictures a little bit later. They brought me a wig, very Howard Sternish wig, and I've got some sort of a Saved by the Bell shirt on here.
Everybody's calling it.
Everybody, but we're all colors and we're all so on and so forth. So. Can I ask?
Rad.
We're rad. We're gnarly. Can I ask where you got the costumes, or was it something, Carrie, that you just already had in your closet?
Well, I probably do have some stuff in my attic from the 80s, if I'm being honest. But no, we got these off Amazon. It was kind of like a impulse decision. I'm like, wow, we really need to embrace this. I love a reason to get dressed up in costumes.
Now, are you going to do this for like every
single one? Now, some of our coworkers will get more into it than others, but we are encouraging everybody that works the events to do that because I think it'll add to the event.
And that's
I like the glasses because they have this lightning bolt on it, and I said it reminds me of Powerline, who was like the singer in the Goofy movie. But that was a 90s thing. But you know what? It's okay.
I didn't understand it.
I can vibe in my own way.
Let's scoot that microphone over to you just a little bit there. Okay, there we go.
Sorry, everybody.
All right. So we meaning you, the West Virginia Lottery. You guys are out on location, celebrate, or out on you're out on tour. Yeah. Like Bon Jovi and With Slippery When Wet. I'm going to throw all the 80s references that I can.
Well, and that was 1986.
That was 1986.
I was jamming to that this morning.
And,
so, yeah.
And if you look at the video for Wanted Dead or Alive, a great portion of that was shot in Charleston, West Virginia.
Was it?
Yeah, on the bus. on the video when they're Did you know that, Murphy?
Matt, I didn't know that.
All right, so yeah, when you look at the video for Wanted Dead or Alive and they're going into town and John Bon Jovi's up against the glass, shot in Charleston, West Virginia prior to a concert. There you go. Take that with. So you guys are going to be out on tour.
We are
celebrating. So talk about this tour.
Well, the first stop is tomorrow in Canal City, so here locally, and it's going to be at the one stop. Down there in Canal City from 5 to 7 p.m. And we're going to be broadcasting live. Okay. And every $5 lottery purchase that anybody that stops by and makes, they get an entry into a drawing. And we're going to pick 8 winners. Okay. So if you buy $20 worth, you get 4 entries in.
And you're going to be doing these at various locations. You're going to hear a lot of our stations out at these events.
All over, all around the state. Big communities, small communities, all across the state. We're trying to get, to some of those community hubs, some of those mom and pop places, and also some of the bigger places, So we're trying to go everywhere.
And name the cities that you're going to, or the communities, or as best you can. I mean, do you have a list in front of you?
I mean, we've got.
You actually have one in your
in the press kit.
In your press kit, the box that we gave you.
Okay. Oh, in the box. Okay.
Yeah, in the box.
Right. But we've got. I mean, we're going to like Wiley Ford, Terra Alta,
Davis.
We'll also, of course, we'll be in Elkins. We'll be in Martinsburg, Charlestown, Marlinton, Fayetteville. We're going to Raynell. We're going to Cheat Lake, Chapmanville.
Okay. And keep in mind before you go to Chapmanville, there's no S in Chapmanville. It's Chapmanville. It's not. There's no S. The people from there pronounce it with an S, Chapmansville, but there is no S in Chapmanville. Kind of like Sissonville, here in Kanawha County. You know that very well.
Yeah.
So what do you hope to accomplish? I mean, these are kind of big parties. I know you're doing giveaways, but you're spreading the love of the West Virginia Lottery. When people come out for these various events, and we'll get the whole list for you. What can people expect?
You want to take that? Well, I think it's just more trying to maybe even get new players or lapsed players because a lot of the events we've done over the past few years have been at a higher price point, with our wheel spins. And this is more going back to our roots the way it was when we began, simpler, $5 purchase is all it takes. They can swing by. They don't have to be present for the drawing. So if they're just running to get gas or whatever, they can stop by, get a nod to the nostalgia of 1986, have some fun, and get a cool prize and head home, and then we'll call them and let them know if they won. We've got great prizes, 8 different winners. So tickets, concert tickets, baseball tickets, prize packs, all kinds of stuff.
And if they are going to be there, hanging out, it's going to be pretty gnarly. Trying to get in the 80s.
Okay, well, let me explain something to you, okay, Katie? All right. Gnarly is more of an early 80s thing.
Okay, how about rad?
It's still early 80s.
Well, I don't know.
Okay,
give me a word.
We'll work with you. Okay, you can go with those.
Okay, well, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have like a Polaroid station.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have like some 80s props and stuff like that. There's some pretty cool glasses that we've got. And then we're gonna have some radio stations there. So we're gonna have some remotes. We're gonna be playing some 80s music. Now I like some George Strait, so we're gonna be playing a little bit of 80s country too.
Well, okay. I mean, George Strait is one that is spanned the decades. I mean, he's still putting out great music right now. But so 1986, all right, musically 1986, because I've got a head full of nothing when it comes to music trivia. Don't ask me about anything post like 1992 or 93. But in the 80s, 86, Huey Lewis and the News came out with 4 was the name of the album. Stuck on You was the big hit. Aha, no, that's 85. Aha, Take on Me.
Prince's Kiss came out that year too. In 1986.
It did. Kiss by Prince. Club Nouveau, Lean on Me, was released in 86.
Of course, Bon Jovi, which you already
Bon
mentioned.
Jovi, Slippery When Wet. That was the big album. Rat was still big. Poison, not quite yet. They hadn't quite arrived. But my point is, one of my late 86, Raising Hell, Run DMC. Probably the premier hip hop rap album of all time came out. In 1986. So you got a lot of cool music at that time frame.
It was, and that was the year. That was the decade of the hair bands.
Yeah,
so Poison and Guns N' Roses. And,
the coolest thing that I have discovered while doing research and preparing for this, as a non-80s child, Airheads came out in 1986, and that's one of my all-time favorite candies.
I thought you were talking about the movie Airheads.
No, the candy!
Which is in your press kit.
Listen, nothing beats a good cherry Airhead and a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
It's the best you can get.
All right.
And also Coke, the the new Coke.
New Coke came out in
The new
85.
Coke, and it completely bombed,
Yeah,
if
it
I
did.
recall. I think
remember-
Crystal Pepsi was also in that era,
was
too.
a little bit later than that, but yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. All right, so when you, again, we're focused on the 1980s. We're talking with Carrie and with Katie from the West Virginia Lottery. But as this goes on, you are going to eventually get out of the 80s and just go to the other time frames, right?
No.
You're just going to keep it in 86 the whole year.
Keeping it in 1986 because it's our 40th anniversary.
Okay, all
So
right,
we're
understood.
embracing that year.
Understood.
1986, where it all began.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's pretty cool because we've got some other, everyone that goes to any one of these promotions, they go, they pay $5, they get entered into those drawings Carrie's talking about, where we're going to do a drawing at the end of the 2 hours. But they also get entered into a big drawing at the end of this whole tour for a chance to win $10,000.
4 people will win $10,000.
All right. This is obviously a lot of planning, but this has been 40 years in the making, I guess, right, guys?
40 years. 40 years in the making.
I obviously was not present for all.
We're talking with Carrie and Katie, our friends from the West Virginia Lottery. We have a lot of fun when you guys are on the show. You dress me up in costumes like you did this time, but I want to ask you about.
Brought you cake last time.
That's true.
We
you
did. Birthday cake.
Well, right now I'm eating hair. The wig that you brought me. But I want to talk about the serious stuff with the West Virginia Lottery, and that is the all this fun and all the money raised, so on and so forth. And you go back 40 years, all the money that's gone back into schools and to other programs via the West Virginia Lottery.
$13.7 billion is our proceeds, kind of what we've done over the last 40 years since the lottery's inception. And that goes to, like you said, it goes to veterans, it goes to seniors, it goes to education and tourism. And I have not been there as long as Carrie, but what I've seen just when I've been there is just seeing those kind of like the prospering of seeing that money going back into good causes. Like there's nutrition programs and, the Promise Scholarship. I'm a Promise Scholarship kid myself. So just kind of seeing that's pretty cool. And
Meals on Wheels. We just released some of the new proceeds commercials. So a lot of things within education and funding programs, the one in Monongalia County, so almost like trade schools and just all kinds of different things.
And I can remember well, guys, when the lottery came out, in 1986, and I remember there were all these promises. It's going to do this and it's going to do that, and you hear a lot of hype in the world of. I mean,
right.
in 1986, I was a junior in high school, but I remember people. Saying, well, it's probably not going to be all that. They turned out to be wrong because the lottery was a huge hit, number one, right out of the gate. But it also fulfilled on the promises of what they said they were going to do to help education, to help all these different things.
And it's evolved so much when it began, and that was 10 years prior to me being there because I was in junior high when it started.
When it first started, it was one scratch of it was West Virginia Jackpot. And now we've grown. We offer every legal form of gaming available, and all of that is going back to help the state, like you've said. And I've spoke about this before, but I'm a West Virginia kid. Carrie's a West Virginia girl. You're a West Virginia person, and we're here. I left and came back, but we're here. This is where we want to be. So we want to see that go into our state and making our state good and beautiful. And that's what working for the lottery. I like seeing that.
We're fundraisers.
Yeah,
that's what we say. We don't determine where it goes. We just raise the funds for them.
Yeah.
And always trying to find creative ways to do so, which is the point of this, and trying to attract new audiences, younger folks, folks that maybe haven't tried it before. They want to come out and have fun at the event and buy a ticket. We've got some great instant tickets out there. We got a brand new online game.
We're giving out $2.7 million in loyalty prizes throughout this tour to kind of go in with that. So it's we're doing like the grassroots on like the traditional side, and then the loyalty side. They've got quarterly drawings. They're going to be giving away all kinds of stuff throughout the year. So it's we can kind of get someone. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. So that's pretty cool.
All right. We're talking with Carrie and Katie from the West Virginia Lottery. Can you hang out with me here just 1 second?
Absolutely.
Because what I want to do, I want to take the break. And when I come back, I'm going to get into this because you brought me a gift kit here, and it's got all kinds of stuff, but it's also got the exact locations that you're going to be. So I'm going to dig that out and stick around. We'll be back with more after this. Stay with us.
Welcome to Biscuit Country, where joy is measured one ladle at a time, where smiles come with a side of gravy, warming the soul. Start your morning at Tudor's Biscuit World with our super breakfast. Or dig into the Big Tater. Crispy potatoes topped with eggs and bacon. then crowned with savory gravy. And don't forget the classic, gravy over a biscuit. Welcome to Biscuit Country, where at Tudor's, you're always home.
Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence. Make plans to join me this weekend at the 24th Annual Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show presented by Can-Am at Milan Park in Morgantown. Over 200 vendor booths and 100,000 square feet of shopping, all under one roof. Huge savings on everything outdoors, plus great prizes and seminars. And kids fish for free in the Academy Sports Trout Pond. The state's premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show is back this Saturday and Sunday at Milan Park in Morgantown. Doors open both days at 9 a.m.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. It makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
On the next State of Minds.
I came here to Morgantown, the WVU. I wanted to play football. Tried to walk on, but I was humbled very quickly. So I joined the WVU forestry team. What my father taught me was the importance of hard work and the importance of sweat equity.
Right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thora.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence. Make plans to join me at the Mountain State's premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show presented by Can-Am, Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Over 200 vendor booths and 100,000 square feet of everything outdoors, all under one roof. Great prizes, seminars, and kids fish for free in the Academy Sports Trout Pond. It's the 24th Annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Doors open both days at 9 a.m.
The Mountain East Conference men's and women's basketball tournament returns to Wheeling from March 4th through the 8th. West Banco Arena will serve as the host of one of the nation's premier basketball leagues, featuring one of the highest scoring conferences in America. Action begins on Wednesday, March the 4th, and concludes on Sunday, when two champions will be crowned. For advance tickets, go to westbancoarena.com. Visit mountaineast.org for tournament information. The 2026 Mountain East Conference Basketball Championships, presented by the Health Plan.
Welcome back to the show, 224. It's Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Matt Guitar Murphy, Stephanie Pauly, our producers. Today, we have Katie and Carrie from the West Virginia Lottery in studio. I kept most of the costume on, guys, but I could not do the wig anymore because it wasn't on right, and all the hair was in my mouth and so on. So I kept the I kept the cool '80s shirt on here.
Yeah, it looks
you
good.
know, but that's because I probably still have shirts like this. Unfortunately, though, probably can't wear them. You know, it's what happens when you get a little bit older. I want to talk about some of the places you guys are going with this tour. All right, again, March 5th in Kanawha City at One Stop 8115. I won't mention them all, but you're going to Craigsville, St. Albans, Chapmanville, Welch, Whitehall, Clarksburg, Morgantown, Philippi, South Charleston, Buffalo, Raynell, Morgantown again, Cowan, Charlestown, Berkeley Springs, Martinsburg, Moundsville, Princeton, Marlinton, Barboursville, Montgomery, Beckley, and this is all throughout the year. Point Pleasant, a couple of visits there. Terra Alta, let's see, Petersburg, Davis, Elkins, Spencer, Glenville, Canova. I mean, you're pretty much hitting everything, right?
We tried to
just about
cover
every
as
place.
much of the state as we could.
Yeah.
Tried to get to
Is there a
places we
list,
haven't been.
like, do you have a list on your website of where you guys are going?
We
So,
do.
Okay, so because
We
I
do.
don't expect everybody to be able to catch that.
And on our Facebook page, too.
And when they come out, again, you're going to have this thing where you can enter to win all of these different the different promotions and a $40,000 grand prize drawing. This is the good stuff. This is the fun stuff right here. And after the winter that we've had, I think everybody just wants to go do anything at
Outside.
this point.
Anything outside.
Anything
Yep.
at this point. And this is going to go, it starts again tomorrow in Kanawha City, and it's going to go through the end of October when it wraps up in Canova. Now, you guys provided me with a couple of facts here. Let me see. Those born in 1986, Lady Gaga, Drake, the Olsen twins were born at this time. Top movies, Murphy, and see how many of these you know. Top Gun, Aliens, Platoon, Labyrinth, Highlander, Blue Velvet, Stand By Me, classic.
It is classic, yes.
Classic. Big events. The Oprah Winfrey Show debuted in '86. Nintendo was first entry. Is Nintendo still a thing? I have to talk to Ryan about
Oh,
that. 'cause
yeah.
I-
Now it's like a Switch. It's a whole thing. It's a little handheld.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Mike Tyson becomes the youngest heavyweight champion in history. This is really cool. What things cost. Yearly income, $22,321. A new house, $92,000. A new car, which I started driving in 1986. I could only dream of a new car. My first car was like 11 years old. New car average price, $9,255. Gas, $1.12 a gallon. Loaf of bread, $1.02. Movie tickets, $3.71. Milk, $2.22. Dozen eggs, 87 cents.
The eggs. Wow.
The eggs. NBA, let's see, NBA champions were the Boston Celtics. World champions were Baseball World Series, the Mets. Canadians won the Stanley Cup and the Super Bowl shuffling Chicago Bears.
Oh, that was great. Super Bowl shuffle.
It was
They beat the Patriots.
It was the '85 season, but they played the Super Bowl in '86,
Yeah.
a blowout that the Bears won. So a lot of cool things happened in 1986.
Cool Ranch Doritos came out in 1986. I believe we gave you back.
I got a whole box of stuff over here from 1986.
Yeah, Cool Ranch Doritos, Pop Secret popcorn,
Push
microwave
Pops.
popcorn, the very first. I
There's a hair
believe.
scrunchie that would look phenomenal in your hair.
Yeah. We're both sporting our
Well, I
scrunchies.
don't have quite enough hair for that.
Well, if you'd left the wig on, you probably could have.
I would have
done that.
Next time you guys come back, you can dress me up. How's that? But if I still had my mullet, which I had, and it was the mullet was beginning in 1986.
It was.
By the time I graduated in '88, it was full on, man. I had a
Yeah, we had the Billy Ray Cyrus. I think that was the Kentucky Waterfall one.
yes, and then another big hairstyle among my football playing friends in high school was the Bosworth. Brian
yes.
Bosworth. You remember?
And then
that?
there was the rat tails.
The
Remember
rat tail.
those?
My wife had a rat tail.
Yeah.
My wife did.
I can't contribute to any of this conversation.
And Katie's like, what?
Yeah. All right.
But no, just like, we're really excited to get back out there to get, some new players, like Carrie said, or some lapsed players. And we're excited because we're taking it back and it's just a $5 purchase and we're going to do this old school drawing. And there's, like I said, there's ways to win online. And it's just going to be a really fun time. I'm excited to kind of get in this 80s vibe that I've
And
not been into.
go to the lottery's website or your social media because you have a list of all of those locations.
Yeah.
That list is going to be a great
Find a
summer.
location nearest you and come have fun with us.
And
we'll take it back.
And do some good stuff because that money raised goes to good things in West
It
Virginia.
does. It's rad.
It's rad.
It's totally rad. Yes. It's going to be a whole vibe. Join us.
The rad girls are with us right
Yeah.
now. Katie, Carrie from the West Virginia Lottery, hang out with me 1 second. Appreciate you both being here. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, bottom of the hour, after the bottom of the hour news, it's Open Line West Virginia, 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK. 304, and of course the legislature starting to wrap up. Speaking of rad, those guys and gals at the legislature, guys and gals, are doing things over there. Follow the news with Brad on X and also WVMetroNews.com. We'll take a break and come back after this. Stay with us. And now we'll go to the Metro News Anchor Desk for a check of local news. You're listening to Midday on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. The bill called Rayleigh's Law has once again failed at the state legislature. The bill would put a hold on parents' move to put their kids in homeschool if someone at public school has made an abuse and neglect report against them. The bill died procedurally today. Ohio County Delegate Sean Fluharty says that's frustrating and disappointing.
We have the votes to pass it on an up and down vote on its merits. It passed out of committee, yet we waited too long to run it through committee, and as a result, we had to make a procedural motion, which requires 80 votes. And that procedural motion did not get to the qualifying 80.
Fluharty says those against the bill have blindfolds on. The House of Delegates sending the state Senate its top bill on its economic development agenda. Team West Virginia passed today. It would form a group that would help in the recruitment of businesses to the state. Harrison County Delegate Clay Riley says it's an additional and needed way to recruit.
It allows us to move quicker. It doesn't really change the incentives because those still have to come back approved by the government. So this corporate cronyism that you hear about isn't expanded to restructuring so that we can be more nimble and more effective when we're really trying to diversify our economy.
More on the bill at WVMetroNews.com. Meanwhile, Governor Patrick Morrisey on the road again, pushing for lawmakers to approve a 10% income tax cut. Morrisey was at Tamarack and Beckley earlier today, calling for members of the House to get on board with a Senate-passed bill calling for a 10% cut. You're listening to Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Starting March 10th, Metro News brings you the 2026 West Virginia SSAC High School Basketball Championships, presented by Chick-fil-A.
First title for Spring Mills and boys basketball.
The best teams in the state will once again meet at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center to compete for the title in their respective classes. The girls' tournament runs March 10th through 14th. The boys play March 17th through the 21st. Catch all the games on the Metro News Radio Network and at WVMetroNews.com, where you'll also find up-to-the-minute scoring, stats, and brackets, the latest tournament news, and game recaps. Also, you can watch the live HD video streams of the class championships both Saturdays on Metro News Television.
The luck and skill of the Irish, they win the AA championship.
The 2026 West Virginia SSAC State High School Basketball Championships beginning March 10th, presented by Chick-fil-A, exclusively on Metro News, the voice of high school basketball in West Virginia.
WVU officials report a chemical overflow this morning was quickly resolved. No injuries reported on the downtown campus in Morgantown. An overflow of liquid nitrogen near Clark Hall reported it just after 11 this morning. All clear given by 11:28. Read more at WVMetroNews.com. The bracket set for next week's girls' high school basketball tournament in Class AAA. Tonight we'll get the brackets in Quad A and Single A after games tonight. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
Need a break from the headlines and mindless drivel? Metro News Hotline brings you that much-needed afternoon distraction, but with substance. My decades in journalism, plus a passion for everything from baseball nostalgia to the latest tech trends, mean insights you won't get anywhere else. Coop brings the pop culture know-how and good-natured ribbing, while your calls take things in surprising directions. Tune in for the lively chats that are refreshingly different. Find us from 3 to 6 weekdays on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Metro News Midday, presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com.
Welcome back to the show. 26 away from 3 o'clock. Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit SalangoLaw.com. This weekend, the state's premier outdoor sports show is back. 24th Annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show presented by Can-Am returns to Mila Park in Morgantown this Saturday and Sunday. Over 100,000 square feet of everything outdoors, over 200 vendors, too, all in one spot. Complete details, WVOutdoorsportsShow.com, WVOutdoorsportsShow.com, a WVRC media event. Now, I can tell you that coming up on the show tomorrow, I don't know whether I am going to be here tomorrow or not. As many of you know, I've been very open about some health issues that I have going on. Prostate cancer, totally treatable. I got this. But I do have to have a procedure done tomorrow morning. So I will not, those of you listening to me in Charleston, I know I will not be on the local show tomorrow. Dale Cooper will be subbing for me on that. I don't know about the afternoon show yet. Probably won't be here at the start, might be here toward the end. I just simply don't know yet. My goal is to show up for at least the last hour of the show tomorrow for a couple of reasons. Number one, during that 2 o'clock hour tomorrow, we are going to be talking about the aforementioned West Virginia Fishing and Hunting and Outdoor Sports Show, which is this weekend in Morgantown at Milan Park. And we're going to be interviewing, we call them the fun girls in the company, Kelly and Rochelle. This is kind of their baby. And so they're going to be on the show at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And always love talking to those two, because if you think Carrie and Katie from the lottery or something, why do you talk to Kelly and Rochelle? So they're going to be on the show tomorrow, trying to get everything all lined up, for the show this weekend. So that's number one reason. Number two is because, and I don't know how many of you have ever undergone anything like this. They told me that I can't do it. And with me, that's pretty much all it takes, is somebody to say, oh, you can't do that. So I'm planning on trying to be here tomorrow. Now, if I wuss out tomorrow, Murphy, all right, and you say, yeah, he wussed out, I will be back on Friday. I don't know. It's I've never gone through anything like this before. So if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, Dale Cooper will be in the chair after Amanda leaves at 2 o'clock tomorrow. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Let us get to some text. What about the bill to increase jail time for second-degree murder? We got this text a little bit earlier in the show, and I have done a little research, and I have not been able to get an answer on that yet. I was texting back and forth with Brad and with TJ a little bit earlier, still trying to get some information on that, but if I get the information, I will make sure we get it out to you. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Text says, stock market plunging, gas prices soaring, infrastructure's collapsing. Have we had enough winning yet with MAGA? Says the texter. Text says, I love the U.S. support for Israel. Israelis get government-funded health care while the United States sends hundreds of billions of dollars to them for protection. I'm tickled as a pickle every day that we Americans get less service and worse health care and infrastructure to support the military ambitions of Israel. Jesus would approve, says a texter. I'm not going to give a comment on that either way, other than to say I think that's the first time that tickled as a pickle has ever been used on Metro News Midday. Text says, we've been worried about Iran for several decades now. I'm old enough to remember how they took our hostages and paraded them around in the 1970s until Reagan saved the day. I say blow them off the face of the earth, says the text. I remember that well, too, since we're on the retro vibe today. We were talking with the folks going back to 1986 with the lottery, but I remember that in 1979, 444 days, and that number sticks in my head, and I think I'm correct about that. 444 days that they held our hostages, and of course there was that ill-fated under the Carter administration, that ill-fated rescue attempt that ended up with losing some service members' lives. And when Reagan came in 1980, shortly thereafter, when he was sworn in I guess January of '81, then they were released shortly thereafter. But I remember it well. I mean, this was back in the days of network news still being a big thing, and Frank Reynolds, ABC News, World News Tonight, lead story every night was, good evening, it's day, fill in names, day 222. And that's the way it went back in those days. But yeah, I remember it well. I do. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Text says, I have a Marine deployed. How can the Democrats vote to undermine our military by shutting down funding for DHS because they hate Trump and favor illegal criminals over Americans. They said so in the State of the Union. If you're a Democrat and a Trump hater, may God have mercy on you. Shame on you, says the texter. Text says, I know everyone is basketball crazy, but I want to talk about football. I watched Rich Rod's press conference yesterday, and I'm pumped about the upcoming season. Let's go Mountaineers. Text says, Dear Dave, grow the mullet again. Your listeners demand it. Don't think I can't. Don't think I can. Murphy made some, little snide remark about my bald spot. Look, I'm 55 years old. I've earned that bald spot. There's a lot of people in this less hair than me. I've earned it. But I could grow. A couple of years ago, I'll tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, my barber, big shout out to Casto and Dave's Barbershop over in Tays Valley. And my barber, whose name is also Dave, I'm surprised he doesn't work here because we have so many other Daves in the company. But my barber, Dave, says, I don't think you can grow your mullet out again. I said, watch me. And so for about 2 haircut cycles, I just let it grow in the back. Didn't cut the front, just kind of let it grow in the back just a little bit. It started getting a little bit longer. And then when I went back for like the 3rd month, that's when he said, okay, it's time to cut it. Just wanted to prove you could do it. I proved that I could do it. Text says, Dave, did you see the video of the high school brawl between Riverside and Parkersburg? Disgraceful. Yeah, we actually talked about that during the 12 o'clock hour. That started circulating around social media last night. And from what I have gathered from Chris Lawrence's reporting on this, there was, and again, I think Jeff Jenkins brought up a really good point. We only saw certain portions. We didn't see the entire game. And I'm not taking sides either way. I don't know who's right, who's wrong, whatever. But I will say that there was a little chippiness and a little back and forth. And what we are being told now is this is according to the police report, a JV player for one of the teams came out of the stands, and that's kind of what got it going. And there were, as of about 12 o'clock today when we talked about it, they were waiting to see whether charges would be filed. And I don't know that filing charges in cases like this is going to do anything, but something's got to be done about and automatically, here's the thing about it. When I saw that video, when I first got up this morning scrolling social media, I see that video. The first thing that pops in my head was, well, we got to do something with these crazy parents at these ball games. But then you find out, and again, there were a lot of adults involved in it too. It's a wild video. We got coverage of it at WVMetroNews.com. Apparently that was the case. Yeah, that the one young person came out of the stands, and it kind of went from there. I think we are going to get to the point, to be honest with you, I think that, and I don't mean just in West Virginia, I mean in America in general, if we don't get the behavior at sporting events under control, what's going to happen is, mark my words, you are going to see situations where parents and others are not allowed to go to the games. They just the games will be played in high school gymnasiums with the players, maybe the cheerleaders and the coaches and the officials. That's it. And so many of the games are streamed now. They're not streamed. They're on radio. In many cases, it's a combination of both. I think it, and it's not something I want to happen, but I think at one point we might start looking at things like that. I told you the story before, and I remember it well, of a particular high school basketball game about 15, 16 years ago. It got out of control before the game even started. The officials, this was in southern West Virginia, the officials came in and kicked out the entire crowd and played the game. And everybody went outside and listened to it on the radio, which, working for that radio station that was carrying the game at the time, I loved it. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Let's grab I was going to go to break, but I will go to the phones. Let's go to Bob. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Dave, you've probably seen film of Nikita Khrushchev.
Yeah.
1960 United Nations pounding his shoe on the desk.
Yes, sir.
And he said that they would bury us. Do you remember that?
I don't remember it in real time, but I remember having seen the video many times, yes.
And he gave several reasons on why they would bury us.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons was our obsession with sports. Well, if he thought we were obsessed with sports in 1960, wonder what he would think now.
All right, Bob, we got to hit the break. I appreciate you calling. 16 minutes away from 3. We'll take a break and come back after this.
Starting March 10th, Metro News brings you the 2026 West Virginia SSAC High School Basketball Championships presented by Chick-fil-A.
First title for Spring Mills and boys basketball.
The best teams in the state will once again meet at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center to compete for the title in their respective classes. The girls tournament runs March 10th through 14th. The boys play March 17th through the 21st. Catch all the games on the Metro News Radio Network and at WVMetronews.com, where you'll also find up-to-the-minute scoring, stats, and brackets, the latest tournament news, and game recaps. Also, you can watch the live HD video streams of the class championships both Saturdays on Metro News Television.
The luck and skill of the Irish, they win the AA championship.
The 2026 West Virginia SSAC State High School Basketball Championships beginning March 10th. Presented by Chick-fil-A. Exclusively on Metro News, the voice of high school basketball in West Virginia. We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
New year, new truck. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Cava Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence. Make plans to join me at the Mountain States premiere Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show presented by Can-Am, Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Over 200 vendor booths and 100,000 square feet of everything outdoors, all under one roof. Great prizes, seminars, and kids fish for free in the Academy Sports Trout Pond. It's the 24th Annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Doors open both days at 9 a.m.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. Makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
With Metro News Hotline. If it's trending, it's probably here.
So it's Dennis, it's Rodman degrees out there today.
Oh, that sounds really uncomfortable.
I know it does. I know it does.
Is that legal? Is that past FCC? I don't know if you're allowed to say anything's Rodman something. That's
it's Rodman degrees.
That's like saying it's awful Diddy out there. I don't know that we can do that.
Yeah. Join Dave Weekly and Coop weekdays for Hotline on Metro News Television.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Welcome back to the show, 11 away from 3, Metro News Midday. Powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Still got wig hair in my mouth from that visit a little bit earlier. It's maybe I didn't have it on right. I don't know. We're heard all over the great state of West Virginia. Great radio stations like our flagship here in Charleston, WCHS, WJLS in Beckley, WDNE in Elkins, WKMZ Clarksburg, WVOW Logan, WKLP in Kaiser, WAJR Morgantown, WEPM Martinsburg, WKKX, WVLY in Wheeling, and WSLW in White Sulphur Springs. Text says, Dave, still no flags at half-mast for the deaths of American soldiers. What's the problem with Morrissey and Trump? Didn't take long after Charlie Kirk was killed to lower them. Text says, storage tank bill slap in the face to all West Virginia citizens. Just look what happened in Wayne County, and now another county has had their water contaminated. Can't drink it or bathe in it. Legislature doesn't care, says the texter. Text says, gas in some places $3.30 a gallon, and food is on the rise. Just came from Kroger. Managers said prices are going up. They were changing prices throughout the store, says a texter. Text says, please, for the love of God, get the Republicans out of power before they destroy what little is left in West Virginia. Text, I don't believe polls. I think the media just makes them up. Guilty. That's what we do. I said tongue in cheek. If people, says a texter, are tired of utilities going up every other month and they need to make a change at the ballot box, vote these Republicans out or get higher bills, says a texter. Republicans, says a texter, Republicans going to Republican. I think they're using that kind of as a verb. State is falling apart, people leaving in droves, but our GOP more interested in trans problems that don't exist, strip clubs and such. Truly sad. Cole, says a texter, is in real trouble with Trump's tariffs. Just look at all the coal jobs lost in 1 year. So it's free to go. So I don't see West Virginia getting any better. Sad day to be a coal miner, says a texter. Why does America, says a texter, why does America need Israel's help to bomb Iran? Are we that depleted as a military that we can't go it alone? It's sad, says a texter. Text says, Dave, my parents lived a few houses down from the entrance to Chief Logan State Park. Spent some summers of my youth there. I was hoping one day to hear you speak about a great Logan institution, K-City. I loved it when I was a kid coming from rural Roane County. Thanks. I could speak all day about K-City. And oddly enough, we just get a text here. We don't know who was texting it, but that's also for not as a kid growing up, but for my last 17 years that I lived in Logan. That's where I lived, at the entrance to Chief Logan State Park. Well, I mean, I didn't live at the entrance to the park. I actually had a house, but it was at the entrance to the park. I could talk all day about K-City was a department store in what's called Ellis Edition, just outside Logan. Had everything you could possibly want. I bought my first guitar there. Never learned to play it, but I bought a guitar there. I was going to learn, but just never caught on. My dad tried to teach me, but it just wasn't working out. K-City, you could buy anything at K-City. Everything from toys, had a giant section called Toyland, of furniture, and every so often they would get flooded every year. And in Loganese, there was always the reference to the K-City flood sale, because they would get flooded every spring and they would then have a big flood sale. So memories of K-City. It's 2:53. We'll take a break and wrap it up after this.
In classrooms across the country, chronic absenteeism is on.
Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence. Make plans to join me at the Mountain States premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show presented by Can-Am, Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Over 200 vendor booths and 100,000 square feet of everything outdoors, all under one roof. Great prizes, seminars, and kids fish for free in the Academy Sports Trout Pond. It's the 24th annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Doors open both days at 9 a.m.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. Makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thora.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
On the next State of Minds.
I came here to Morgantown, the WVU. I wanted to play football. Tried to walk on, but I was humbled very quickly. So I joined the WVU forestry team. What my father taught me was the importance of hard work and the importance of sweat equity.
Welcome back to the show. Just about to close it out. A reminder that if you have a child who's a junior in high school in the state or know someone that does, your opportunity to win a full scholarship from West Virginia Wesleyan that includes room, board, tuition, and fees is waiting for you. 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program presented by ZMM Architects and Engineers and the West Virginia Farm Bureau. Deadline is May 3rd. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com to apply. That is WVMetroNews.com. The application deadline coming up on May 3rd. Stephanie Pauly, Matt Guitar Murphy, our producers today. Mr. Weekly,
I'm over here,
is coming up soon with Metro News. You missed Costume Day in here.
I heard you had a wig on for a while.
We had the West Virginia Lottery folks, Katie and Carrie from the West Virginia Lottery were here. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary, Weekly, 1986.
Wow.
All right. And they brought me a gift box of stuff from 1986. That was the year that Cool Ranch Doritos came out. So I'm hoping the bag of Doritos was not from 1986. I'm in radio. I ain't above eating it, though. I'm just saying.
If it's free, it's for me, bro. I'm in.
Exactly right. But they got me some T-shirts and so on and so forth. But they brought costumes in. So I think I look more like Howard Stern. Because I had that long curly, you know, and a Zach Morris. That was his name from Saved by the Bell. That's a little past my time, but I think it was Zach or something. Screech.
Well, Screech was part of the gang.
I don't know. It's well beyond my well after my time.
Man, what does a 1986 costume look like?
Well, this is what they had. It was all they were very dressed, and I'll have pictures posted later on Dave Allen Radio and at Dave A70 on X. They were kind of colorful, a lot of neon and stuff like that. But see, I associate that more with the earlier 80s. But, you know.
How about a puffy vest, you know?
86, 86 members only jackets were still big.
Yeah.
I think I'm the last member of members only.
The last member. Everybody had one.
All right. What you got on the big show?
Well, we're talking a little bit, you know, that daylight saving time is this weekend.
It is?
And so British Columbia said they've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving forward one more time, and then that's it.
Then we're done.
Then we're done with it. So, that's always a good topic. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
All right. What's your in or out on food?
What is it? I can't remember. I can't remember what I had for lunch, much less we're going to be talking about food-wise later.
It's available on his X page, and I...
No, I got it. It's Dr. Pepper infused sausage.
Dr. Pepper infused sausage.
Yeah.
I would tend to be probably in on at least trying that.
Well, call me, man. Send me a text on that.
I may see you tomorrow. I don't know yet. If I'm not here, then I'll be back Friday.
All right.
Have fun. I love somebody.